Welcome back to the Super Metroid Item Randomizer League, Season 3. It's week 7, our final week here with the area and boss Rando with co-op, which is why we see 4 screens up here. On the left, we're going to have Team French Force versus Team Funky Town on the right. From French Force, we have Wish and Magoo. And from Funky Town, we have Galamos and Kip. I am Sloters, joined by the one, the only, the Sephi Nomi. Sephi, how are you doing?
Dang, those bars though, what the heck? And on the trackers, 2D Tony. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to rhyme. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, Sloters. I like that you didn't need an introduction though, because that's the type of person that you are. Everyone knows you.
Yeah, maybe infamously with the season so far.
But yeah, I mean, we've already done our races and those were fun. It's gonna be French Force versus Funky Town and see if they have their, I don't know, I guess better luck than a lot of runners have, because some of these can be kind of trolly.
Yeah, I mean, mixing around rooms, I think, is something that a lot of us randomizer players aren't really used to. We don't really go into these like area or route rando ones very often, so it's been interesting to see how all the different teams have been handling it, how the preparation that goes into it and everything, and of course the co-op aspect makes it a little bit easier for everyone, I think.
Okay, so first item to start off is going to be their wave beam. What do you like to prefer, seeing among the first 2 major items? Because we do have a major minor split as well, along with like the areas and bosses randomized. But I mean, what do you think is like ideal to see? We know it can't be suits, but like the next best thing that gives you comfort, I guess.
Probably charge, just knowing you're not going to go on a hunt for that, or finding, I guess, ice, but I guess ice or speed, finding that that deep Meridia access. If you don't, I guess in this it may not be as big of a deal with the boss rando, but finding those 2 early on can be good, because then you'll probably be avoiding a really thorough hunt for an item unless it's a suit.
Yeah, that's actually very true. Although I'm pretty sure some of the runners on screen are more than capable to complete the seed without, any of those items. It's still very much preferred. It's a really good peace of mind. Wow, no power bombs to start off.
Yeah, so unfortunately they can't check that portal in Blue Brinstar on the left side. But also, just with the way the Varia logic is, it's possible for power bombs to be, quote unquote, deep in. I know, the areas are all mixed around, but it's possible they're going to have to pass some areas where there could be major items locked by power bombs. So hopefully they get them soon. They don't have to, orphan items or come back and check them later.
I know you've expressed before that, I guess the info, on the portal to the left of the morph ball location isn't that, I don't know if you would say it's not important, but like being able to check it when there's so much more to check, I guess at the top of criteria, it's like it's not really any need, or I don't know exactly how you feel about that.
I mean, I think if you can check a portal whenever you buy it, it's a good idea, right? I mean, it's more knowledge. It could be the G4 entrance, which will save you hunting later, or it could, be the progression or just lead to a useful area. So, I mean, I'm definitely all for checking portals, like, if you can, but, even, like, trying to check that one, with the side hoppers in that room, it can be a little sketchy if you don't have a lot of health or power bombs, so I certainly don't, fault anyone for not, like, doing that one in particular if it's something like that.
I mean, I guess there's only one way to go, and that's apparently through this portal that's taking them to Red
Yeah.
Tower.
It's kind of a French vanilla portal. Yeah, taking them to Red Tower, so can't check any of the items here. Well, they can check the alpha PBs, that's about it, but if that's not power bombs, then they're kind of locked out of the other items in at least this top part of Red Tower. But there are 2 portals here. I'm going up the elevator and back through the Meridia escape tunnel. So there's high jump at the spacer location. Galamods ended up going down. That's a really nice find early on. And Kip with power bombs too at Alpha PB, so that'll open up the map quite a bit for them.
Kind of like this play that Gala is doing right now, because he's gonna get info on these portals on the right side. Kip will be heading that direction, possibly. So if it turns out to be something good and worth it, because Gala already knows where power bombs are, so he might as well just keep checking. Maybe he'll bump into other ones, assuming that those aren't the only ones in logic.
Yeah, both of them finding portals in Green Meridia, so Kip will run out of there and check that other portal while Gala's working through. And Gala finds power bombs too behind the Brinstar Reserve, so both of them in a real good spot now to explore.
Yeah, Magoo ended up going down as well, taking the same path that Gala did. So he's going to be finding his power bombs real soon too.
Another thing to note, Kip found a East Meridia portal, the one in Aqueduct at the top of Red Tower, so that'll be access to one of the bosses once they have a way through Fantoon and, the right equipment to beat whatever boss is there. So yeah, so far a lot of good information, a lot of checks available to them, and French forces more or less kind of following in Funky Town's footsteps at the moment.
I mean, with only one reserve tank that's been found, two now for Gala, it's kind of weird. But I mean, I don't expect anything less from how a lot of area rando seeds have been, where they do kind of get stingy with E-tanks. Yeah, it's never good when you hear that beeping. The Gala's more than fine, but still. Oh, Kip is making this really interesting check. That's good to know as well. Glad that he found and not a lot of people go for that check. I always end up forgetting to check the tube portal.
Yeah, that spot in general by the tube, there's 3 portals, like, all really close to each other, so sometimes it is kind of hard to like keep it straight there.
Kip is the only one that. Okay, well now he's entered Green Brinstar, but On Gala's side, Savaria for Magoo, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we saw that spot yet. So Varia's suit, that's pretty huge. I mean, without not having all really many E tanks right now, just those reserve tanks, that'll give them some good damage reduction. That'll let them go into that Norfair area to check more items and check the rest of those portals out without too much to worry. So that's a great find.
Yeah, either although I doubt that either Gala or Kip is gonna, or like I guess any other runners, to be honest. It's just that Team Funky Town already has knowledge on like on a heated room. I don't think that they would be in any position, should they want to, like, to really go for that attempt just yet, or at least backtrack back to that 2 portal. When there's 2 at the end of a Green Hill Zone, that we'll see what Magoo finds right now.
Oh, and that's the entrance to Lower Norfair. So again, they have an area where there's a boss at. Whether or not they can actually kill the boss yet, it's not clear, as they don't know which boss is where, but that's great information to have. And with Varia and High Jump coming in from that side is very doable. I'm sure they would, like another tank or 2 just so it's not as high pressure getting it first try, but
yeah, especially, I don't know, Lower Norfair is a little, like, I know they can do it. I know either one of them can do it. It's just the enemies and having to go slow for the sake of safety might not really be it for either one of the runners, especially, when there's so much more that they can access, and they've yet, a lot of items to find too, so it's not like they'll be missing out on anything. Okay.
I'll say this too, because we didn't really talk about this earlier, but this is week 7, so there are some playoff implications with these 2 games between these 2 teams. Funky Town is first in their division, so they're kind of all set. For them, winning is just going to give them a higher seed, most likely. But French Force is actually in a 3-way tie, I believe, for the 2nd place spot in their division. So winning here could get them, a secured playoff spot. But I think depending on how those other games shake out in their division, it's still kind of uncertain whether, they're still live for the playoffs or not, even if they win or lose here. So it could influence, how they're approaching this with, what risks they want to take, or if they decide to, skip sections or skip items or whatever.
Yeah, expect them to be playing at least all out. Maybe not too risky, because sometimes you're in a position where you could die to death, and anything's better than, it's probably better to go a little bit slower than having to start from a save that was like from a long time ago. Also, I did want to mention, because Kip does have this tradition with his Rando races during Rando League, that he likes to keep a theme with his suits. I think it's, if I'm not wrong, it's like ideas submitted by his viewers. And so since he picked up Varia, he did acquire, from when he said it was the Woodman, I guess, suit. He does have a Mega Man 2 theme going on. So be on the lookout for when he picks up gravity. The suit that he started off with was Mega Buster, and yeah, it's kind of neat. I wanted to ask him before, like, what influenced this, but I think I'd rather save that for like the interview. Also, yeah, I guess they couldn't check Terminator because they didn't have any bombs. But yeah, plasma beam.
Yeah, I was gonna say, has no one really been determined? But yeah, that makes sense because they didn't have PBs for a while and had to go to that other portal by Primo. But yeah, plasma at Terminator. I saw Gala just grab screw attack at Gauntlet, which will be super helpful whenever they decide to go to Lower Norfair. And Magoo checking the Meridia Sandpit right now. It's getting up there with wall jumps is tough. Space jump can kind of help out a bit when you get to the top, but without that, it makes it even more difficult.
I think that check was influenced by something that you had mentioned already, which is, making those sort of risky plays, anything to kind of potentially give them an edge against Team Funky Town, because they will need it if they want to secure a win, any win. Because, by the way, these races are going to be back to back, so you're locked in for the next 10 hours. So yeah, you better. Oh, there's G4 for Wish. Nice. It's behind Moat. Oh my god, I hate those snails sometimes. Because Magoo was in a good position to get up from one of the snails that was climbing to the left, and then the one snuck up from the right side, decided to knock him down.
Shoutouts to Wish for using the Zero Mission ship, by the way. I always gotta applaud people for that one. I think that's my favorite of the set that's on the various site right now.
It's a neat looking one. I thought you would be more a cursed cloud from Super Mario type of person.
That's definitely the runner up. That just because how goofy it is. So much smaller than the regular ship.
Can you run on that thing? Like, does it look weird? Like you're running on thin air or whatever? Or I think
it's just literally really super tiny.
Wow.
I missed how Kip found Kraid's lair. It must have been one of the either like the vanilla G4 entrance or that green Brinstar elevator. Because he was just I think he was at Gauntlet. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Kip is gonna be the first one with boss info. Potentially, charge beam for Gala, by the way, over at Wave.
Oh, of course. It's always Ridley when you're not ready for Ridley. I think the game just knows, it checks your ammo and equipment, is like, yep, Ridley's here for sure.
It's a common thing, and I mean, yeah, even like with Dragon also pops up when you think that you're set and ready to kill your first boss, which you would think would like feel good. It's like, oh, you know what? You're already in the mindset of having your first boss down, and you get denied just because you don't have grapple for Dre or enough ammo for Ridley. Okay, so I assume then that Wishi's going to the left, and that might be the one that spit Kip over, yeah, to the Norfair elevator here. So we should just a few rooms away from Kip. And we'll also be finding... Oh no. Kip face planted into Spazer. Oh no, the unequit of shame. You hate to see it, and you even hate to like feel doing it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. On the bright side, maybe, if there is some Sulis Meridian store that could help out with some crab climbing strats, but that'd pretty much be its only use at this point, having plasma already.
Sloaters. Are you really trying to dignify Spazer at this time? During indecent times, as indecent men that we are?
No, I'm just joking. Spacer's bad.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, bomb's pretty nice. Just because you don't have to worry, like everyone already has like more than enough power bombs, but I think it's just good overall. Should you get grabbed by Metroids, and then you have no ice, so what are you doing? You have to power bomb that room. Gallo, of course, was in a really good position to fight Ridley, except Ridley does hurt so bad, so he's gonna want to get this fight over with as fast as possible.
Did you see where Gallo picked up charge? I totally missed that.
Yeah, it was at wave gate not wave gate location, at just wave location.
Oh, okay.
In Norfolk. Should be good. Nice job. I mean, granted, he did have screw attack, so he can just screw attack through Ridley, except Ridley's tail.
I think this seed has been not very generous with E-tanks, but I would say in general, doing co-op with these, I think it's very easy to not have very many E-tanks because, you know, if you like are scouting something for your team and you see it's an E-tank, you're not going to be like, hey, go grab this E-tank, right? Like, you most of the time you're just like pointing out where the actual major items are. So that's good. Gale found the third one. Everyone else still only has one or two, plus whatever is in the reserves.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're right. I've heard that some people even like do that with gravity suit. Don't point it out. But honestly, what is priority here is gonna be the major items that get you to complete the game. Well, because honestly, for a majority of the participants, Ice Beam for Magoo over at Firefly. Yeah, expect that to be found. It's interesting how people play randomizers, because I think it's just that mindset when you see yourself with, you know, a bunch of tanks, you feel like you could die at any moment, even just having your normal loadout for any percent. When I think all of these runners are definitely more than capable to beat this game with only at least, you know, like 4 tanks, 5 tanks. But at the same time, like doing Lore Norfair with Varia only, you're gonna be put in a position kind of like Magoo is right now, where the enemies are gonna be dealing a bunch of damage just because they don't have the gravity suit protection.
And Kip checked the Gravitron portal in the Norfair area, and that took him over to Wreck's ship. So that's the last area we needed to find. As far as us looking at all four of the runners right now, they may not know quite everything yet on each team, but we haven't seen the Crockmire area either. But I don't really expect either team to go through and fight Croc if they do find them, so probably won't see those items till the credits.
Gala was gonna follow suit. However, decides against it. What? No, he's gonna go through.
Oh yeah, Diddy making a great point in chat. They don't have gravity yet, so yeah, probably will check Croc if they get there. I forgot they didn't have that.
Who's at Fantoon, by the way, and interesting. Yeah, that Weesh is also going to be heading there. Fantoon at Lore Norfair is it's pretty good. We should have a fairly safe fight. Oh, okay. So there's Dre, by the way, over at Wreck's ship. I don't know. Yo, if if gravity is hidden in Wreck's ship, that'd be interesting because Magoo knows where Fantoon is. And Weesh already knows the location of Wreck's ship. So that's going to be available for him.
Kid making the right choice, not trying to make a crab staircase.
The very right choice. I don't think I've seen a smarter play this season than noping out of that crab hole.
But with that being a dead end, I don't know if there's any other portals we haven't seen yet. So that honestly could be the thing, is killing Fantoon and then gravity is somewhere in that wrecked ship, like you just said. That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, they'd have to go. I don't know how far away they are from Lore Norfair. I hope he's saved. I didn't catch if he did.
I know the front of Lower Norfair is in bottom of Green Hills, so that's should be really easy to get to. I don't know if we saw the back of Lower Norfair yet. I thought someone in chat mentioned it, but maybe they were talking about something else.
Yeah, I think I might have either we did see it and I just forgot what room connected the back of Lower Norfair, or I must have mistaken it with the Norfair single chamber exit there. Okay, so if Magoo came from Yeah, oh yeah, from the Three Musketeers, he's definitely not going to be risking the front check over here. Thinking they do know where G4 is too. Okay, yeah, it was this side hoppers.
Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget about that one. That one's easy to forget when you don't have power bombs early and don't really get there right away.
Mm-hmm. I think we should just gonna out of that one too. Still think that okay, Cape is gonna actually take Ridley out.
Yeah, I would have to think. I would have to think Funky Town, like, kind of knows they've checked all the portals, except I guess they haven't seen G4 yet, so they don't know it's there. But I'm guessing they're assuming that gravity is in wreck ship at this point.
Right. So perhaps in their mind, they're definitely thinking scout out Fantoon potentially. Another thing that's kind of rough though for Team French Force is that they've not collected charge. Just because they haven't gotten to Upper Norfair, although they do know where it is because they found the elevator room. A good fight there for Kip. Although Magoo should be... He's gonna refill? Yeah.
He's going to Gravitron so that he can get up to wreck ship now. And he'll be able to check all that.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that's actually really cool because Weish is actually going to be making the Bubble Mountain play. I like what they're doing over there at French Force. Which is nice because, oh, well, let's see. What will they do? I know that Weish is going to find charge. So they know that they'll be able to have 3 or at least Ridley down. They won't be able to kill Dragon just yet unless somehow, they do find gravity here at a Woken State wreck ship. Or should Magoo feel comfortable grapple jumping out of Dre's? But yeah, if RNG is in their favor, Magoo could potentially have a shot to kill an additional 2 bosses.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Like, imagine someone going through and doing Dragon and then finding that grapple or even spring ball behind there and being able to get out. That would be pretty sweet.
Gala. Oh, it's fine. He has all the reserve tanks. Okay, let's see what's over here then. Speed booster.
Oh boy. So, waterway still on the table. We have not seen that since we just found our speed. Did anyone? We've checked X-ray, right? I feel like someone had to have.
I don't think so. No one's
No.
bothered to do early X-ray strats there.
I'm guessing that's what Kip's doing now. Then he just selected his power bombs. Yeah. So we'll find out X-ray soon. But if Grab's not there, I think it has to be somewhere in Wreck Ship, or it could be Waterway.
Right. Well, we know where Spring Ball is.
Oh yeah, that was another spot too. Yeah, so with that, that's whittling it down.
For Kip, it's an E-Tank. And Gravity right there. Okay.
Yeah, so Magoo is in a super good spot then, doing that Fantoon fight before heading this way. He'll be able to beat Dragon here, and then also continue on through the west portal and keep going into Western Meridia, checking the other two portals there that they haven't seen.
Which I think we haven't seen. Have we seen Aqueduct?
The Aqueduct from West Meridia, we saw like top right from the tube, but I don't think anyone went further. I think that might have been before they had high jump, so they didn't want to or probably couldn't get out of that room.
Yeah, well, I mean, just with that info alone, still they know that they can complete the seed like this. Because Wish already knows where charge is, and I would hope that it's in a good position. Oh, Magoo's playing it a little risky, at least try to, for the first half of this fight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Team French Force has all the information right now. I don't think Funky Town found G4 unless I just missed them going to that pre-mode area to find it. But they are... I mean, they both have Ridley down. They're both on their way to Fantoon, and then they'll get that gravity suit. So they're still in a really good position, even if they don't exactly know where G4 is yet, because there really aren't too many transitions left either.
Honestly, yeah, wow. So since Wish is already pretty much at Wreck Ship, Magoo's gonna probably head over right now to pick up charge. And this will be Wish's first boss down. It's pretty much almost like a matter of last location, finding gravity potentially for Team Funky Town. She's going back? Yeah, because he hasn't killed Fantoon. I forgot that he hasn't killed Fantoon. It's also, I guess, kind of like unfortunate in a way because much of area rando that we've seen this week hasn't really had like a required or forced wreck ship clear to gain access to anything important, especially that could help, potentially clear the seed out.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen a seed before that was like that. Like the possibility's always been there, of course, and I've like thought about, oh man, this would be like a nightmare if that was the case. But to actually see it be the case, it's interesting for sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've really been digging how Magoo's been playing all of this out, just calculated, and the routing has been exceptional. And yeah, he's definitely good to go now. He's stacked. Everything else that there's Ice Beam for Gala, which Kip will be picking up after he kills Fantuna down here. Dang, did Magoo know how to shoot that? Like the timing to shoot that door? Or is that a super? That was really good. I think the reason that, like, yeah, it didn't. I think just for the info being strong, that's why Magoo would have made that pit check. Plus, it is co-op. I definitely wouldn't rule it out completely. Like I said, going up against someone like Team Funky Town, you're gonna be expect yourself to be making some interesting plays, anything to get the edge on them, at least info wise. Whether it be the best or not, it's definitely like debatable, but you definitely want to go all out against them.
I think there's definitely less incentive to do that suitless pit check because gravity is probably going to be the most worthwhile thing you would find there, right? So with gravity not being able to be there just because of the way the logic is, and also I guess by extension, like your only suitless Meridia like Batoon access can't be there, or like your Batoon access can't be there if like gravity is further on. So like for me, I don't think it's as worth knowing when gravity can't be there, but I mean, there could be a situation where something really useful like charge or like ice or speed could be like a big deal being there, even if it's not like the, like the logical solution to the seed.
Yeah. I mean, like, how often are we expecting, that we ended up getting something different too? Like, I know that we haven't seen gravity at the sandpit, but we did see gravity at Wreck Ship, which was definitely unusual. I think Ridley is down, for Magoo. That's Team French Force's third boss down. Magoo's just blazing through.
So Kraid has to be. Yeah, Kraid has got to be the Meridia boss. I haven't really been like keeping track of which boss is where, but it's got to be right since Magoo's got speed and
Yeah,
no one else has really been there back to Meridia yet. Sam Magoo is flying through the seed. He made that excellent choice of taking care of Fantoon before heading into that wreck ship area.
yeah. The early Lord Norfolk play was definitely risky, but it paid off with a lot of info that they gathered, and it was also convenient because he ended up being able to find gravity right before needing to kill Dre, you know. Oh, Gala should be fine.
So it's hard to say who's ahead right now, I think. Like I said earlier, French Force has all the knowledge right now. I think position-wise, Funky Town is in a better position, but I kind of feel like there's a good chance Funky Town's going to check that other East Meridia portal, hoping it's Torian, when we know it's actually all the way back in Criteria. So that could be a possible time sink for them if they decide to make that trek.
Beautiful spring balling there for Kala.
Yeah, that was awesome. Holy moly.
That and Funky Town does have like obviously like really good movement. Oh, nice X-ray kill on this Fanny.
Yeah, Gala trying to hop across here. This is like the most difficult loadout to do this with. You get the heightened jump height from high jump boots.
Yeah.
But you don't get the speed boost to help you get across either.
This is definitely Kip's chance to pull ahead. Oh, but Gala with this spring ball. Which also is really good.
Right there. That's beautiful. Look at that. It's turning into a race between Kip and Gala now. They're both getting speed at like the same time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Magoo's already, at over here at Aqueduct.
Oh, and you know what? Magoo, he's got charge plasma.
Oh, wait a minute.
Gala? Oh, no. That is that before he fought Fantoon?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because that's the lower Norfair. Man, that's really unfortunate for Gala.
Oh no.
Oh, and also Kip is clearing out the top of Rex ship right now before checking the right side super, which is where gravity's at. So that's going to be even more of a time sink for Funky Town.
I would have imagined that they. Well, what do you think? Like, do you think that's like for the best? Because they're. I would assume then that Team Funky Town just feels like all this pressure. They might also be banking on this check too, kind of like for the. For all they know, it could be worst case scenario, you know.
Yeah, I think to me, it makes more sense to go down, take care of the boss, collect the item there, and then work your way back up by normal. I don't know. Maybe they feel behind because having to like do the backtrack. They may be thinking, oh wait, maybe both of them did Fantoon earlier, so they're like, they don't have to do this backtracking trip like we did.
Right.
So it could be a situation like that where I think this does make sense. Just trying to beeline it to gravity as soon as possible, hoping it's up here.
Correct. And I think, I don't know, maybe subconsciously that speed booster is a little misleading. Finding it over at direct should be time.
Oh, but you know what? I forgot the boss here is Dragon, so I do understand this a lot. Like, even if they don't feel behind. But, yeah, I would still think checking right side super before attic. I would prefer to do just because, it's so lengthy just for those two checks. Kip, looking like he's unsure. He may have forgotten about right side supers because he is heading back to. Is he stealing our tech right now?
No, he can't be. No. It never fails. We can't escape it, Sloaters. Like, no matter what we're involved with.
He's gonna get up here super easy with spring ball. He's gonna make us look like amateurs.
I know. We spent 10 minutes on this and Kip gets through freely. But this is not good though. Like, all memes aside, Kip forgot right side. But I'm not gonna lie, alright, like, on a personal level, you gotta give it up to Kip. He got through this suitless.
And you know what? I think that would be a totally like in logic thing that could happen. Like having ice and high jump and spring ball. I would think, I don't know for sure, but I would think that's like a logical thing is maybe you have to go up there and then this portal that Kip just went through could like lead to the progression, but I think Kip just realized that's not going to be the case.
Yeah. Leash is also gonna want to be super careful. I didn't pay attention because I was just emotionally invested in the crab hole climb.
Oh, and Diddy also making a good point, chat. Maybe this could be a situation where, since they were both in wrecked ship at the same time, Kip says, okay, I'll do the upper checks, you do the lower checks, but then Gallo, of course, had the death, and so it kind of just like slipped their mind that was a check that they're not going to see for a while if Gallo's still going to do it.
At the very least, what might be unfortunate is if Kip ends up going all the way to the waterway and finds grapple or something. Oh no. Oh no. This is super rough because what they want now is progression, and yeah, almost an hour in. Nice kill, by the way, for Wish. I was confident. Meanwhile, Magoo's just sneaking up on everyone already in Torian.
From the ones I've played and from what I've seen, it seems like there's always one player that just like god routes it. They just get the really good info. They just like happen to go to the right places first. and Magoo is like certainly that player this time around. Like all 4 bosses down, coming up to the baby, and like everyone else still has 2 bosses left. It's kind of nuts. And again, what Kip is doing right now, like assuming that Meridia Map Station play is like an in-logic thing, like this would also be totally in logic too. With like he has all the suitless gear to do this.
I hope that Gala, because I have no clue. Maybe you might feel like Kip doesn't have really any reason to go back or feel the need to go back, you know? But I don't know if Gala is gonna follow whatever Kip's doing right now either.
Yeah, I feel like after Mama Turtle, Kip has to be thinking there's something we missed here, right? Like this room he's in right now, this path can't be the right way. Like there's something amiss here. So I mean, hopefully, like what happened to me and you when we were kind of in a similar situation, like they kind of start like thinking like, oh, like did we actually like check everything, or like double check that they have their portal straight or whatever. So I'm hoping like at this point that's sort of like becoming a part of their conversation. I mean,
Yeah.
Waterway is still there, so like maybe that's what they're thinking now.
Or I mean, we'll find out right now. Probably. Maybe Kip will make the check right now because he's in the right position and he looks like he's going down. I don't think he's going for a boss. Oh no. Well, this is definitely. So I would have thought that at least, you know, I mean, anything could be going through their minds right now. The thing is that there's still a boss that they have to kill at Rex ship, and I would have thought that maybe they would feel the need to possibly check the boss. Because on the way down,
Kip did check it earlier, right? I'm pretty sure they do know it's Dragon.
Oh, he did. Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm guessing with like how fast Kip like started moving again after he kind of paused there for a sec. I'm guessing they realized Waterway could potentially be it, and that's why he's kind of beelining it back down this path now.
Like best case scenario, did we just straight up not go for speed? I guess that's kind of.
I mean, it'd be easier to grab with gravity, right? I mean,
it's true.
It makes sense.
Okay, well, Wish has picked up his gravity suit, so he's now go mode, and we will see. I mean, he can X-ray Dre.
Yeah, I'm guessing it'll grab speed, and then it'll just be a beeline. Maybe I don't know, maybe not even grab more tanks, because I think everyone pretty much has like 2 reserve tanks. That's all we had at the start. So he might feel comfortable with his energy anyways for Torian.
Right. Little high five there. It's some good team action. Team Funky Town. Yeah, so by the looks of it, Kip is heading over to Waterway, and this is gonna be heartbreaking. Thankfully, Gala might remember. Like, Gala's gonna be in a good position to check right side supers. Also, GG to Magoo, by the way, finishing up for Team French Force in 1 hour and 41 seconds. God routing it. Wow. Really good job.
Yeah, that's a really great time for a seed like this, having gravity buried the way that it was. So yeah, big GG's to Magoo.
Oh, that hurts. Oh. Okay. Well, that saves Gallo from having to go all the way back to Waterway.
Yeah, so hopefully now is when they're realizing something's not right. There's some check or something that we overlooked, because as far as I know, that knocks out everything in logic for them for where gravity could be.
Keeps thinking. So is Gala. Gala's oh no. It really was that death, honestly, that threw them off.
Oh, you know what? If they haven't checked the Primo portal yet, that could be in their mind, like, hey, maybe this is what goes to Croc, and then Croc has grab, right?
Oh my gosh. You're right. Oh, you're right. Oh, Slaughters, why do you kill me so? Why do you have to be so big-brained and... Goodness gracious. It literally was just that death that threw a wrench in everything. Oh, wait a minute. Gala? Gala's checking. Gala knows that this has to be it. Kip is gonna also try to bank on this sandpit check. It looks... Yep. He's gonna find it right now. Those are...
Hold up.
Those are... Wait, since when?
Hold up. Is
What?
This secret developer knowledge?
Exactly.
I did not know you could break those in this. That... Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
I'm learning new things every time I watch one of these.
I've literally never seen that happen. How new is that, if it's new?
If you missed it in chat, in the like the path between Wave and the entrance to Lower Norfair, that like you would go to a new route, you can like break the blocks in like the bottom of that room where that like falling gate is with a power bomb apparently. Obviously that's like a Varia added to the map. But it's not a Varia patch?
Wow. That is
You're kidding me.
Dude, we have sub 43s floaters. Sub 40. Oh my gosh.
Why are we just finding out about that?
Oh my goodness. That's kind of. Now I'm just kind of like pondering, like, for what reason?
Now I know how to identify a true Super Metroid fan is I ask them if there's any bombable blocks in the Rising Tide room or whatever we call it.
Right. That's the only way. Nobody shared this information. This is between us. We've all just made a secret pact with one another. If you share this, you're out of the group.
I'm still caught up on this. I don't even know what to say.
I'm just staring at Weish, and I was like, I wonder what he's gonna reveal now. That there's a missile refill right where the ohms are. I don't know.
Been there since 1994. Could have fooled me.
I would have never believed anyone that would have told me that. It's honestly I had to see to believe type of thing. Honestly, I think just with that, in that revelation that Weish gave us, I think that's exactly why they won this. Although obviously, like, it's not done yet. Team Funky Town does have movement. They have info. They cannot. Weish just has one more boss to go though, and that's Kraid at the end of Meridia here. Honestly, despite all that though, what did happen, it was a death that nobody was expecting, you know. And it just kind of slightly skewed the plans that Team Funky Town had regarding item location checks. They have been running this really well, regardless. Like, they were pretty much always together. And I wouldn't surprise me that they most likely would have been done by now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really curious to hear how it came about. If it's like what did he suggest in chat, like sort of splitting up the checks there, and then the death throwing a wrench in it, or if it, just forgetfulness on not going there. But I mean, also, if they already knew the boss was there, they might have been like, oh well, we already know the boss is there. Like, we don't need to go down there right now. We can't beat it anyways. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways I could see something like that happening.
From here, yeah, all we has to do is. You said it was behind moat, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right past the pedestal. I gotta say, I've had the tracker up this whole time, so I've been keeping track, and it certainly helps me like make sense of it. I think we need to find a way to like have a community tracker that like chat can look at and stuff too. I don't know.
True. If 2D Tones feels up for doing even more tracking.
Yeah, tracking 4 people, even in just regular old vanilla map item randomizer's tough, but with area and boss rando, I don't know how to do it.
I think the organizers did that on purpose to mess with the trackers. They're like, yo, you know what would be hilarious? If we just say screw attack it and just throw all sorts of rando. Boss, area, item. Should we make it full rando? Nah. We'll save that one for later.
That just makes me excited for season 1 of the Super Metroid Randomizer Tracker League, which is immediately following the conclusion of season 3 Randomizer League.
Oh, that'd be cool. I know our 4th good boy, Cheaty Face 4, would be all over it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he was running it.
Ooh, Gal setting up for the full halfie. Gets it. Beautiful. Yeah, at this point, Gal and Kip both got their go mode equipment, so they should have all the information. Just a matter of taking the best route to knock out the remaining bosses, and then going to that pre-mote portal to G4.
Oh, by the way, really quick, since I saw Kip grabbed Meridia too, or not Meridia, Gravity. His Gravity suit is actually influenced by Quakeman from Mega Man 2, of course. Keeping up that NES retro theme. I think at this point, because Team Funky Town is not finished, and considering Magoo's completed time, I feel like Wish is in a good position to safety save if he wants to play like extra safe. Pretty sure he has like 2 reserve tanks anyway in the chamber, so he can be as safe as he wants.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You can like kind of start doing the math, like, okay, they need to both be done by like this point, if you know like roughly when your second teammate's gonna finish. So you kind of know before you're done like how much wiggle room you have, if you don't see the dot dones yet.
Right, Gala has been blazing through though, and he was the first one to find G4 on Team Funky Town's side. But yeah, again, like Like that's just area randos. Like anything can happen. A slight miscalculation, an unexpected death, forgetting to check a certain location. There's a lot to keep track of. Ooh. We took a huge catch up, but isn't that big a deal.
Yeah, he did have, I think he had 3 reserves I saw there. So he filled back up to the right health. So he's through Mother Brain 2. So just Mother Brain 3 and the escape. So really, barring some major catastrophe, it will look like French Force will finish this one out.
Again, this is oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All I was gonna say is that yeah, this is an important victory. I don't know if they just needed one or if they needed both, but still, the second game is right after this one. So yeah, GG to French Force for securing at least one to break that tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention too. Like we said earlier, French Force at the start of this game were in a 3-way tie for that second place spot. So pulling out a victory here, especially against this opponent, Funky Town, who have been killing it this season as well. That's a huge win for French Force, and definitely looks good for them possibly securing a spot.
Oh, that stingy hot Cheerio, I swear. Oh my goodness. Cal is getting hecked over. Alright, we're good. I think it's just incredible though that Gala made up so much time against Weish, even taking that death, and he's literally just like a few minutes behind. Just speaks a lot to the skill of not just of Gala but of Kip as well. He's already completed all 4 G4 bosses.
Yeah, I mean, Gala and Kip definitely have the big movement edge here. They're like average any percent time between the two of them's like a 43. So super cool to see players like that getting, you know, the full loadout, being able to flex that speed tech a bit.
I mean, I want to ask you like how you would feel in Funky Town's position, because like, you know, on the one side it's not like you really need the win, but it also at the same time doesn't really feel that good to lose, and you know, performance on, you know, how you could have done better.
Yeah, I mean, I think in Wish, it's finishing now, by the way, with a official SRL time, 1 hour, 18 minutes, 50 seconds. GG to Wish. But yeah, I do think it certainly will sting a lot less knowing the position they're in already. That, you know, this isn't going to make or break playoffs for them. But at the same time, you know, it's always frustrating when the seed doesn't go your way, or, you know, you get randoed, whatever you want to call it.
Right. I feel I can somewhat make the comparison. I think you're the one that said it before. There's just, you can miss like a huge strat, like a full halfie, and be like, oh, well, you shrug it off. But then you miss one ledge grab, and it's like the biggest deal. It's like, ah, I'm bad.
Yeah, I find the little things can sting a lot more as far as making mistakes in the game. The things that normally you would get, or they're not that difficult. It's like, oh, you get bad RNG, you miss full halfie or lava spark, whatever. Like that stuff's always bound to happen, but yep, Gala finishing up his escape now. Just a couple rooms away. Kip, nicely done baby skip. No need to refill on his end. He's looking really good for his mother brain fights. And Gala finishing the official SRL time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, 55 seconds. GG to Gala. Very nice recovery after taking that death in Spiky Room of Death.
Just a quick little plug in there for the viewers. Just a reminder that to follow the runners, Team French Forest, Weish, and Magoo on the left, and Team Funky Town representatives Galamas and Kip.
So they do have their next match scheduled in about 3 or 4 minutes from now. So I'm guessing they'll probably want to take a short break and then just kind of hop right back into the next game. So I'm guessing we won't hear interviews from anyone until that one's wrapped up.
Yeah, I'd imagine the same thing. Which I don't know. I feel like it would be maybe a little bit better for Funky Town. Like I probably shouldn't speak on their behalf, but what I feel personally is just, you know what, just this one's lost. There's no need to like really get hung up over it. Just focus up on the next match, and it's not honestly like, yeah, the races aren't over, so it kind of makes sense to just kind of keep focused for now, for both teams, honestly, because like Team Funky Town would probably just want to get out of that funk, and for Team French Forest, they definitely want to keep this momentum and they want to carry it over to the next race. Although I think they might be swapping out players, right? I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I don't know who's dropping out, but I think Diddy mentioned in chat that he's going to be coming in for game 2. Diddy from the chat saying, "Put me in, coach."
Yup. He's not looking to hold back. Diddy's also a really strong player.
Diddy and Wish, those will be. Yeah, so Magoo, he's done his work. He put up a fantastic time, paying homage to the commentator with his collection item percentage. He's out. He's done what he's needed to do.
Yeah, like had this race finished like even maybe like 15 minutes ago for Team Funky Town, it would have been good to get some sort of thoughts to reflect. But again, they just gotta focus up. They need that break. Remember to stay hydrated and you know take a break from looking at the screen and do some stretches. All of that ergonomic stuff before we get back to destroying our hands with SM.
That's right. Kip, by the way, finishing up with an hour, 25-minute, 9-second official SRL time. GG to him and Funky Town. You know, despite missing the gravity, still putting up a good run, a good showcase for us. And I'm pumped for the next game, man. This is getting real interesting.
Yeah, it's obviously Funky Town being fan favorites, but it's always good to see how underdogs, and I mean we know French Forces been in the community for a long time. It's kind of heartwarming to see this type of stuff play out. Like they all just everything we've played before has come to this. It's not like it's the end of the world for losing or for winning. It's just they're here for a good time. We're all watching this race just because it's Super Metroid. We all gathered here on the same common interest of hating Spazer. Like it's just really, really good times. I'll never forget it.
All right. Well, with that, I think we can let the players take their quick rest. Stretch out, all that good stuff. They should be ready for game 2 pretty soon, I believe. We'll still be sticking on this channel, so don't go anywhere. Got exciting match 2 between French Force and Funky Town coming up.